Good morning, everyone. This is Shawn Sandridge. Thank you so much for clicking onto my channel. So hit that like button, subscribe, and tell a friend about me. Sorry for the shaking, but just in case you wanted to find me on other social media platforms, check me out on Periscope, check me out on IG, and check me out on Twitter. Same name, keeping it simple. So the final countdown, it is the 29th of November, and we are coming to a close together for Nonstop November. It has been fun, but all good things must come to an end. I do not know what I'm gonna do for my last video of November. I might do a tag video if I can find a really good tag video, but we will do something. We will meet up again as always. So it is Tuesday, and I wanted to talk about my 17-year-old self. I got inspired by, say, Shawn Bradley's video about him being 17. And so I thought I would talk about myself being 17. 17 is a really good number. You're on the horizon of some things, and you know, you're coming to a close. It's the coming of age for most of us. All the great iconic teenage movies have to deal with when you're 17, because there's generally so much turmoil and you're trying to find yourself, and there are things that, you know, you just have to figure out on your own, and you're starting to learn who you are as a person. So 17 is a good age. And so I got inspired by Shawn's video, and I thought, you know what, I'll talk briefly about what kind of person I was at 17. And I want to know what kind of person you were, or you was, at 17 years old. So at 17, I left home and joined the military. I would have left when I was 16. I was the type of kid that was very focused, and I really wanted to be out on my own. My mother was a very authoritative woman in her parenting, and so, which made the military very easy. I had 17 years of you know, a lot of heavy discipline. So being in the military was a cakewalk as far as basic training was concerned. But I was a very disciplined child. I was a very focused child. I knew what I wanted. You really could not sway me about who I was as a person, and I developed that pretty early. I guess if you watch my adoption story, you'll kind of understand that, and people who know me, who get to know me really well, understand, you know, pretty much the person that you see today is the person I was at 10 years old. In some ways, I was very much an old soul, and so I didn't really succumb to a lot of things that most teenagers did. I really did not have to learn by experience. I have been of the motto, I can find the lesson in other people's experience in order to know what I should and should not do. I am an observer by nature. Even though I'm an extrovert, I am very much aware of my surroundings. I'm very much aware of checking people out before I go out and really put myself out there. So that's the 17-year-old I was. Many of my friends that I grew up with and through high school and even my younger childhood will pretty much say the person you see today is the person I was at 8 or at 5. Always a really giving person, somewhat cautious. I'm loyal to a fault in many ways. I'm not quick to anger. I'm very controlled with my emotions, but if I'm crossed, I usually cross you out, because I am such a loyal person, and it takes a lot for me to get upset with relationships. You really have to do me dirty, and then I just write you off. So that is my 17-year-old self as far as emotions. But I graduated from high school a year early, and I was off in the military, and I just wanted to do my own thing because I just felt like I was prepared into this cold, cruel world. And I didn't need my mother's guidance or her telling me what to do in order to be an adult. So, you know, when you join the military at 17, you kind of get emancipated, and you have, you know, all the rights, you know, generally speaking, to be an adult. And I didn't get in any trouble, and, you know, I did what I needed to do, and here I am decades later, and you know, it's been a good ride. I can't complain. So what I would tell my 17-year-old self, oh geez, I don't know what I would tell my 17-year-old self that would change anything that I would have done. I do say that I made a point to align myself with adults who were, in my opinion, people who had wisdom, and I had adults in my life because I was the youngest person. Most of the time I was the youngest person, and for a lot of my supervisors, you know, I was no older than their own kids. So I had a lot of adults who really watched over me and gave me good wisdom. And even as an adult now, I look to my elders. I'm very cautious of the people I seek advice from, but I feel very fortunate that I do seek my elders, men and women, when it comes to different areas of my life, that I see things, qualities about them that I want to take on for myself, that, you know, I need to work on, whether it's relationships, whether it's marriage, whether it's finances, whether it's parenting. You know, I look to those people who've already done it and have done it successfully. That's the key. You want people who you can appreciate their wisdom and things that they've done right and things that they've done wrong, and they have done it successfully, that they have successful businesses, they have successful children, they have successful marriages, successful relationships. I do seek those people out in those areas to mentor me. So I've been doing that my whole life, and I've been fortunate to have people in my life who looked after me and made sure that, you know, they gave me good gems of wisdom. So I don't know if I would change anything about my 17-year-old self, other than I would tell my 17-year-old self, you know, you did a pretty good job of being an adult, a young adult, staying out of trouble, and keep doing what you're doing. That's what I would tell my 17-year-old self. So what type of person were you at 17 years old? And what would you tell your 17-year-old self? Non-stop November. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself and each other, and I will talk to you soon. Tomorrow, last day of November. Bye.